What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range, as you can see back behind me. Been out here doing some testing on a freezing cold day, freezing temperatures out here, and the wind is absolutely whipping. So it's been giving me a fit. I've got one test out here, and this is probably gonna be the last one I do, but hopefully this will be an interesting one. So I got the jelly contraption out here way down to keep from getting blown over. I got my chrono and 2 blocks of gel. Now I've only done one test in these blocks, but unfortunately it did not go as planned and they didn't cooperate, so they went zipping on through even in this other one. So I've got a couple little straight line tracks in here, but it shouldn't be any problem to get these other ones where we can see them good. And of course, on a day like today, we definitely staying with the heavy clothing barrier. It's got the layer of denim, the layer of fleece, and then 2 layers of the cotton t-shirt material. And as y'all can see, we're checking out some more Hornady stuff that was sent to me out there by BP, so I really appreciate him sending these my way. These are actually loaded with some more XTPs. This time it's the Customs, loaded with 124 grain XTPs. Now the muzzle velocity on these is saying 1110 feet per second. Again, I doubt we see that. We usually don't see exactly what they're claiming, but again, it's the XTP projectile. Y'all know my thoughts on the XTPs. I don't think they're a bad projectile by any means, but from what I've seen doing my testing, they really seem to work better in the larger calibers or the Magnum type stuff. A lot of times in like your 9s, 40, 45, so on and so forth, they're really inconsistent. But I've never actually tested these 124 grain Customs, so hopefully they'll be a different story. Like I say, they're saying 1110 feet per second at the muzzle. Now if you compare that to these 115 American Gunner loads, these are saying 1155, so these 124s are pretty close if you go by what the box says anyway. But I'm gonna test them out of 2 different barrel lengths here today. For the shorty, we got the 3-inch barrel Taurus GX4, and then for the longer one, I've got the 4.5-inch barrel P80, which is basically a Glock 17. But I really don't have the highest expectation for these things. Like I said, just based on what I've seen in the past doing some testing, but hopefully I'm wrong this time. Let's get this stuff set up and let's check them out. All right, let's see if I can get some speeds on these things before I turn into an ice cube out here. I'm gonna do a 5-round average from each one. We're gonna start out with this 3-inch GX4 first. Like I said, I think it was 1110 or something the box said. I don't expect that out of this, but let's see what we do get. 1062. 1085, I think, or 35 maybe. 1057. We didn't get nothing on that. 1097, and that was it. Let me grab one more round. All right, last one for number 5. We got 1043, so not too terrible for this little 3-inch barrel. Let's check the average. All right, so our 5-round average that time out of this 3-inch barrel is 1068. So for a 124 grain projectile, 1068 from a 3-inch barrel, I guess that's not too terrible. I'd like to see a little more, but not as bad as I've seen some stuff. Let me get this stuff reset and let's check out the P80. All right, let's see if it's 4.5 gives us that 1110 that we're looking for. 1168, I believe that was 1168. Yeah, 1168. Nothing there. 1187. 1161. And 1164, so I got to get one more round, but we above what the box says on all those so far. All right, last one. All right, 1149, so all 5 of those were above the 1110 on the box. Let's go check it out. All right, our 5-round average that time through that 4.5-inch barrel was 1165 feet per second. And if you remember out the 3-inch, it was 1068. So you're talking about what, 97 feet per second faster from that 4.5-inch barrel. So right at 10%. I'm starting to change my mind about both of these. I'm thinking that we might see some decent performance in this gel from both of them. Definitely that 4.5-inch barrel, I think it's got a good chance. And really, I think even the 3-inch does. But let me get this reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's custom cut the mustard jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round from each barrel length into the gel, starting with this GX4 first. This is the one I'm really iffy about whether it's gonna perform well or not. So let's see what we can do here, y'all. I'm gonna try not to get into those other little tracks, but it's kind of gonna be a guessing game. All right, that should have been a good one. Let me go down there and see what we got. All right, y'all, we're not looking too bad down there out of that 3-inch GX4. About what I expected to see out of that shorter barrel, but we'll look at it here in a second. I'm expecting some pretty good stuff out of this 4.5-inch P80 now after seeing that one. Well, let's see what we get here. I'm gonna try to put this like low and to the left of that other one. Let's see what happens here. All right, I might have went out the side. I think I see a hole, I can't tell. Let me go down there and check it out. All right, y'all, that one actually ended up exactly where I wanted it. So let's check out what we got down here. On the top up there, where you see that nice disruption, that was the first one out of the GX4. So you can see it comes in, obviously, immediately expands, really nice disruption, nice wound channel, carries through the first block into the second block, and it looks like it's probably a good 5-6 inches into this second block, and you do have some expansion down there. Now, it's not a whole lot, but this is about what you see as far as expansion from these XTPs in like a 9 or something like that. From what I've seen in my testing, you don't usually get a whole lot more than this unless you move up to a Magnum round. And then the one from the P80, that's the one here with the disruption. Pretty much the same story. Really, really nice disruption as soon as it comes in. Nice wound channel carrying through the first block into the second block. And this might have went about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch further than that GX4, but it's almost exactly the same spot right here. And it's almost exactly the same expansion from what I can see. All right, let's measure this penetration. So the one here from the GX4, forward momentum on that thing was 21.5 inches. And then the one from the P80 was exactly 21 3/4. So you're talking about only 1/4 of an inch penetration difference between these two. And like I say, expansion looks almost identical. Here's your closer look at the wound channel. So again, on the top there, that's the GX4. This right here is the P80. So you can see both of them really nice disruption coming on through here, all the way through this first block into the second one. You can see on the top, that's the GX4, and on the bottom, that's the P80. Like I said, nearly identical penetration and expansion. All right, let's check out these projectiles. So after pulling them, there's a definite difference in expansion. As you can see, this one right here is from the GX4. This one over here, that was from the P80. So you can definitely see here, this 4.5-inch barrel P80 opened it up a whole lot more as far as the lead goes. Now, the thing about that is, though, your jacket is really, really similar. So you're gonna have a very, very similar size, expanded size there, but you didn't bring near as much lead with that GX4 you can see there. But let's get us a few measurements here and see what we got. So they were both 124. The one from the GX4 here is 123.6. And then the one from the P80 is 123.4. So both of them may have lost a couple little crumbs here and there. It's really hard to say until I start cleaning this gel out. Could just be a little bit of tolerance in manufacturing. Now, as far as the expansion, I expect really, really similar things. This one here is the GX4. We got 460, 490, and 463. So some pretty nice expansion on that one. Not a whole lot, but pretty decent. And then this one here from the 4-inch P80, you got 467, 476, and 466. So again, really, really similar expansion size between these two, even though you can really tell a difference as far as the lead goes. So there you go, the Hornady Custom 124 grain XTP in 9mm. Definitely a whole lot better than those 40 Smith & Wesson XTPs I just tried the other day. Those things just weren't moving fast enough, and the 115 XTP American Gunners I've tested, they expanded, if I remember correctly, maybe 1 or 2 of them might have something like this here, and then a couple of them didn't. So they were very, very inconsistent. Also, it seems like this custom line from Hornady is loaded a little hotter, so it looks like they're right on the edge of getting these things to expand with the velocity that they need. Now, I know a lot of people are going to write these off as far as defense use just because of that penetration. You know, a lot of people worry about the over penetration. Personally, I wouldn't have a problem at all with these if I needed them. Now, that being said, I do think there are better options, but if this is what I had to use, I wouldn't feel too bad about using them. All right, y'all, I'm gonna call it a wrap right there for another Hornady XTP test. Looks like these Hornady Custom loads have got what it takes to make these XTPs perform like they're supposed to. Now, the argument can be made that the performance that you did see you don't like or you're not happy with. That's a whole different subject. As far as what these XTPs are supposed to do, that Custom got them there. Like I've mentioned several times, my main concern with these XTPs is just the inconsistency that I've seen from them. Again, like the Magnum stuff, they seem to always work really nice, but stuff like this 9 or 40, the non-Magnum stuff just seems very inconsistent. Sometimes you get what we've seen here today, sometimes you get absolutely no expansion at all. It really seems to come down to who loads them, how they load them, what type and amount of powder, but whatever the case, this Hornady Custom stuff seemed to get it right. But let me know what y'all think about it. Those of y'all who use XTPs out there in whatever kind of load, loaded by whoever, what do you think about the performance you saw out of these here today? Do you get better performance loaded by somebody else? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you did enjoy the video, reach down and click that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything when I upload it. Y'all check out those affiliate links in the video description. If you shop through Amazon, hit up my storefront link first. You go straight through Amazon like normal from there. It doesn't cost you any extra money whatsoever, and anything you buy anywhere on Amazon after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Same deal with those Axle links. If you're looking for some really nice ear pro, hit up those links down there and you can save a lot of money instead of clicking straight to their site. Once again, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all out there for supporting the channel. This wind is absolutely vicious out here. It's getting super cold. My face is numb, my hands are numb, so I'm calling it right there for today. I got a lot of good stuff headed y'all's way, so stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.